So at the beginning of the race, I'm sort of nervous. I know I'm gonna screw up, and I'm just not gonna get the gears in function here. So I know it. So yes, this is what happens when you don't get your gears in function. You're supposed to go to 1, and I was still on 4, I think. So then I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm not gonna make this race happen. But all I have to do is beat Passini, and Passini's right next to me. So Passini is the only person I gotta worry about in the entire race, and he's right next to me. So this makes it even worse, and I'm kind of like, oh, it's crap, and he's getting away from me. We're at the curves in the Circuit of Americas, and it's one of my biggest weaknesses is those curves. This whole area is really weak. My eyes on Passini, so I'm trying to hit the apex hit, stay straight, hit the gears on all of this, slow down here, and then here I hit the gears correctly, so slow down. I don't know if I caused this accident. Paul will be happy with that. He falls off. Passini is still what I'm worried about, so I'm thinking, man, I'll probably end up in the middle, 12, 13, somewhere around there, 11, trying to get to 10 at least to get points. But Passini's in front of me, and I'm still thinking, man, this is going to be a bad race. This is really going to be a bad race. So I hit everything correctly again. You can see I hit it nicely. So now I hit that apex, gear down again to 1 here. I get too wide, and Passini almost takes me out, and Passini almost falls on his own. So we're still fighting with them. And then I hit this apex perfect. Bam, apex hit, heading up, and by accident I stay on 4th gear here, which somehow helps me with this turn, because I'm on 4th gear. It slows down everything. So I'm hitting apexes. I'm just making sure I don't hit these guys as I come right here. Hit the apex, but I get it. Okay, cool. So coming up to this lap, I'm ahead of Passini. I'm thinking, okay, we're good. As long as I can keep this up, I'll probably stay mid-pack. So I'm passing people, hitting gears. This is a bad bike. I had to talk to the engineer and make sure this bike is good, as good as I can make it, because we're on medium, and I was struggling in this race. Practice 2 weeks, I guess, practice, and I just could not get the hang of this circuit with these bikes. So I pop a wheelie, hitting everything as I can, hit the apexes. Again, trying to stay against Passini, but I'm starting to pass people, and I'm thinking, okay, we're doing good. Again, this is my weakness. This area is really bad for me. And they try to copy Silverstone racetrack. I understand that, but it's one of the most difficult places, because you're entirely changing gears here to lower gears every time. Even here, you can probably switch to 1, but I'm staying at 2, 2nd gear, and then we press on gears as the hill goes down. Because you're going downhill, you don't want to overemphasize that, because you will get off the track. So here again, slow down to the 1 gear. We make this, we cut across, I don't care. I mean, the game cheats itself, so I'm not even worried about those things. Just staying with gears, stay ahead of Passini. I'm looking ahead, I'm thinking, how far is 1st place from here? And I'm just thinking, I'm not really thinking I'm going to win this race, and I really don't think that I'm going to win this. I'm just trying to get points to stay in the season, and I overdo this way up, but somehow it helps me out. I get back to it. Again, heading to these turns, 1st gear, back to 2nd, hit the apex, hitting 2nd, hitting 3rd, and here hitting the apex right there. That's apex hitting. Good stuff. Now we're getting back to this turn. Now I am on 3rd gear this time. I'm not on 4th, so it allows me to catch up to people. So I'm passing this guy, and I'm thinking, okay, this is good. We can be in 5th. We can make it in 5th. I think we can make 4th probably, but I'm thinking 5th or 6th place is good in this race. But right here at this turn, and I hit the apex. I hit the apex. I make this turn, and I realize, wait a minute, is 1st place up ahead? And this is when I get competitive. I'm like thinking, okay, I can make this. If I can get through the weakness, I can make this. So we hit the apex correctly here. This is perfect. Bam, apex hit. Get wide for the next turn. So you get wide for the next turn. You're going to hit third, get off third. Now you're going to hit fourth, and right here you break a bit, hit third, and you can slow down and start putting second. So I put second. I stay ahead of that guy. All these bikes are 100%, so I know this is going to be hard. So a little bit wide there, that's okay. Hit the apex, didn't really, but I'm still staying because this is my weak place. I'm just trying to stay within it. Here I hit the apex, and I hit the apex. No, almost went out. Really hard. Hit the apex again. I'm still missing it, but I don't care. That's my weak point, so I don't care. As long as I can get here. And here I slow down again, and we're gonna cut right across. Almost took out somebody. That's all right. And I get wide. You're always trying to get wide out here. Don't ask why. Just get wide, and then get back to the middle. This bike is crap, so I know people are gonna catch up to me. So now I'm gonna hit the brake right about here and start slowing down. But I'm so nervous that I get right off of this. But it's a good turn. It all came down good. So now we're gonna get wide here. Get this first gear, and I kind of overdo it there, but that's okay. Still in first gear, now second, now third comes up. Now here's the big screw up, but almost I cut it across barely, but that's okay. Who cares? And this is when I know, okay, if I can keep this up and not slip on my ass, like right here I could slip on the AstroTurf and be on my ass, it's all good. And I'm getting there, and if I hit this apex, I know I'm good. I got the win if I can hit that apex, and I did get it correctly. And this is it. Last one, hit the one gear, and we are home free. I'm yelling at Mina, keep going, keep going. And Mina will get this win. Perfectly done. Alright, that's how you do that. Good job by Mina.